This is Ozarks Fox AM.
Good morning and welcome to Ozarks Fox AM. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
And I'm Kelly Smith. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Wednesday. It's already 65 degrees out there. Isn't that right, Elisa?
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it too.
It's
wonderful.
weird to not walk outside with a jacket.
Yes, this is true. This is true. But I do keep one or a sweater in the car because if you go indoors...
Yeah.
Listen, people, I can tell you how to save money in the summertime. Turn that air up. Which way? That's one thing. Turn the air up or turn it down. If it goes down, that means it's colder.
Colder, correct.
So turn the air up and make it a little warmer. You know, I think everybody I see is wearing some kind of a sweater in the wintertime.
I'm thinking, wait,
in the summertime. That's what I meant to say.
I'm thinking of installing a screen door that goes to my deck, so I could just have the door open and have the screen door so the bugs stay out, but I want the airflow.
I agree. Now, we've got a room off the kitchen that has beautiful windows, but we don't have screens. And so, yeah, I definitely want to get those screens.
That would be so beneficial. You could have the airflow really going through.
But you know what? Those are old windows. They're Anderson windows, so I don't know, they'd have to be custom made.
I don't know those windows.
I don't know.
It was nice. Yesterday, I went to my gazebo because when the weather's nice, I take my laptop. I go sit in my gazebo and I write my rave reviews.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, like today I have one coming up, so I just sit in my gazebo. Then I noticed I have a wasp's nest in my gazebo.
Well, it's that time of year. Now, let me ask you this, because we're having them get in the house. One was crawling on the kitchen floor yesterday. I don't know why it was crawling, but the red wasps.
Oh, yeah, those are scary looking.
Yeah, those are, and they're mean, and they're aggressive, and they're new to us the last couple of years, but you don't have those, do you?
I don't think, they look like they're just normal ugly black ones.
They're
just like the ones that are annoying.
The red ones are the ones on steroids. They're huge.
Yes, they're huge.
Yes, they are.
So I went and got some spray. I didn't have wasp spray, so I used ant and roach spray. Do you think that will work?
I would say they won't like it. You might just make them mad. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
I don't know. So I sprayed it, and then I ran. And I haven't been back since. Okay,
well, have you ever noticed how tough a wasp is?
Yeah.
I mean, now, you probably don't kill them. Well, you just tried to kill them. But, I mean, like with a fly swatter or something, those things have 9 lives. They will not die.
They will not die.
They will not die.
That just triggered a memory.
What's that?
I'm going to call out my cousin Shauna right now really fast.
Okay.
She never lets me live this down to this day. We were kids in Washington State playing, and there was this patch of land beside driveways, so we called that Gilligan's Island, because it had tons of trees, it was overgrown. We were playing Gilligan's Island on that little mound of trees and dirt beside the driveways, and I said, Shauna, come run over here. She ran and stepped in a beehive. Her entire body bit everywhere, swollen.
Oh, bless her heart.
I know, I felt horrible. I mean, I didn't know there was a bee's nest, but she brings it up at every major holiday.
I bet she does. Now, that would be terrible even if you're not allergic to bee stings.
She wasn't, thank the Lord.
Yeah, because that can be dangerous.
You're right. And then I did want to show you quickly.
Sorry, Shauna.
I know, I feel so terrible.
It's okay. You didn't mean to.
I did take some pictures before I sprayed the wasps. I want you to look at this. This is no filter. This is a tulip in my yard that I just took. I call it my tiger tulip.
Oh, I love it.
It is, I'm telling you, if you could see this close up, I'm going to show Elisa later. I did not filter it one bit.
Yeah.
I just took the picture and I was like, this is the most gorgeous tulip
it is.
I have ever seen. It's so vivid and bright.
Are the leaves variegated? I mean, the petals variegated a little bit? Okay,
a little bit.
You've got a couple of different, looks like stripes through it a little bit?
That's why I call it my tiger tulip. I don't really know what the name is, but I call it my tiger tulip. And then I also have the double bloom daffodils.
The double bloom ones?
Yes, so they bloom and then the inside blooms.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
They are so gorgeous. There's no filter. I took this on portrait mode so the background would be blurry.
Okay, right.
And then that daffodil just pops. We planted a new garden. It's called our Evergreen Garden. And I did not notice that they were blooming until like 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're blooming. So I took photos.
That's beautiful. I kind of envy your amount of sun. My daffodils are pretty toast now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, and the deer didn't help.
Well, for the tulips, no.
Oh, no.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Something.
I bet, let me just ask, I'm going to ask Joe Morano a question. Do you even get that reference of tiptoe through the tulips?
I do not.
Oh, I knew it!
Am I supposed to?
Kelly, tell him.
Well, it's who is it? I forgot.
Kelly, it's Tiny Tim.
It's Tiny Tim.
Tiny
Yeah, I know
Tim,
the song.
really?
It left me.
He was famous, I think, in the 60s. He had long hair and played a ukulele.
Yeah.
And he had a really high voice.
Yeah.
And go,
And you know what? I'm gonna.
he did that vibrato
Yes.
thing.
Okay.
I love that. Oh,
Well,
man.
we'll play it for you sometime, Joe.
Yeah. Record time?
Yes.
Maybe.
I'll try to find it.
Please do.
If I can find it.
That'd be a tough one to find.
would be.
I would love that.
I also need you guys to remember something else. Do you remember a story we did once about the Billboard Dad for his birthday?
Yes.
His sons
yeah.
buy a billboard, they put his name up and say, hey, everyone, text and wish my dad a happy birthday. Give him a call. Well, the birthday has come and gone, so now the dad's saying thank you. So what did he do? Bought his own billboard. How do you like that? He put up his billboard there to thank 250,000 people because he got about 250,000 greetings and texts and congratulations and happy birthdays. Over 250K calls worldwide. How do you like that? Being known as Billboard Dad as well, with the hashtag right there.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? It's the best way, the quickest way to thank all of your callers and texters or whatever. I think that's great.
This guy moved from New Jersey to Florida, and then right when he did that is when the kids bought the billboard. So they bought the billboard up there, and then the word trickled on down the East Coast, and it was nice.
Joe, you know what I would have done? If I was that father.
He said he was going to kill his kids. He didn't kill his kids. So that's
No,
good.
don't kill him. But here's what I would have done. I would have put a giant billboard that said, thank you, and if you'd like to thank my kids, here are their phone numbers.
Little
And you
response,
put all the
little
phone
response.
numbers to the kids, and let's see how many calls the kids got.
See how they like it. Taste their own medicine
Yes,
type stuff.
exactly.
All right. I
Let's
see
just
what you're
keep that
saying.
going.
That's a big
Yeah.
billboard. I wonder what that costs to put up there.
$5 million.
I bet
You
it.
wonder what that is. That takes a bit of money, so I'm not so sure. But good ending to the story.
Yeah.
Dad takes it all in stride. Not too bad.
Absolutely. Love that. Well, let's say good morning to Elisa Raffis. She's got some good news for us today, I think.
Good morning. I love that idea about we should have put the kids' numbers on.
I like that.
exactly.
Great idea. I'm surprised none of us thought of that earlier today. We've got clouds out there in Springfield this morning. It's 64 degrees, a very warm start. Our average daytime high is 68, so again, we're starting out pretty balmy. We've got southerly winds that are pretty steady at 13 miles per hour. Temperatures are at 67 already in Joplin, 65 in Bentonville, and 61 in Ava. Dew points are increasing. We're putting more moisture into the Ozarks here this morning and through the afternoon. These dew points will get to about 60 degrees, and that's where we turn sticky. And this is going to be important because this is what will fuel strong and severe storms on the overnight tonight. We're dry all day today. Green light conditions on the roads, just some clouds. Temperatures warm again. We're looking at a high of 79 by dismissal, mostly cloudy, breezy, and warm. Cardinals have another day game today. That first pitch is at 11:10, mostly cloudy with a warm temperature of 70 degrees. Now, as we head through the overnight hours tonight, we do have some storms that are going to roll through. We have a slight risk for severe weather in the yellow. This means that we're looking at a handful of storms that will be strong to severe on the overnight tonight. We're mainly looking at the threat of large hail, damaging winds. A locally heavy rain is possible in those stronger storms, and I cannot rule out an isolated tornado tonight, especially in this north and west corner right here. And that's where I think we could have maybe one or two brief and weak spin up. So hour by hour, clouds and 70s today. Storms don't get to that north and west corner until about 10 o'clock tonight. Then they push towards Springfield by midnight. You see that organized line? That's where we'll have that damaging wind threat continuing to push towards the Ozarks. And in that line is maybe where we can have one or two embedded rotations for those weak tornadoes, locally heavy rain and lightning. Of course, that line pushes to the south and east by about 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, but maybe some showers lingering after that and temperatures cooler in the 50s. Again, not expecting much action until the overnight. That severe timing will be midnight to 6 a.m. A threat of hail and wind and isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. We could also have some of that locally heavy rain. A sneak peek. Fast forward to Easter on Sunday. It will be really nice, 78 degrees, mostly sunny, breezy, and warm. So again, dry today. Just if you don't have a way to get warnings on the overnight, the most dangerous thing about overnight severe weather is we're sleeping, and sometimes it's just hard to know what's happening because we're just trying to catch some Z's. So make sure you've got a weather app or a weather radio to get that information to you.
Thanks, Elisa.
Yeah,
we appreciate
thanks.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up, it's a song from Lyle Strickland. You won't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Through the window,